there are mixed reactions to Chidimma Adetshina's withdrawal from the Miss South Africa pageant. In the past 24 hours, pressure has been mounting against her after Home Affairs revealed that there may be evidence of alleged identity fraud committed by her mother. Now, her withdrawal came hours after the Patriotic Alliance filed an urgent court application to prevent her from contesting. Now, let's get more on the Patriotic Alliance's efforts to try and disqualify her. The deputy president of that party is Kenny Kunene, who joins us now. Mr. Kunene, good evening to you and thanks for your time. Chidimma Adetshina has... Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining. She has withdrawn from the competition. Is there still reason for you to pursue the court case against her?
Thank you very much, Polani, for having us. No, there is no reason to pursue. In fact, we're going to court to ask the court to do precisely what she did, to order her to withdraw, to interdict her from participating. And her withdrawal, Polani, is not out of a good heart. You would remember earlier in the week or so, she said no one will stop her from contesting. But today, this morning, at exactly 9:29, our lawyers made contact with Stephanie, who is the CEO of Miss South Africa pageant, and was alerted to the fact that court documents will be sent to her and Chidimma, the Nigerian woman, and to urgently ask the court to interdict. So they got the court documents very early. The Minister of Home Affairs also got those court papers, as he was the second respondent. So they knew that we're going to court. We're just waiting for the judge, the senior judge, to give us the date and the time. We're hoping for 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday to go and argue this matter on urgency. That is why she withdrew. It is because of the pressure of patriotic South Africans, but more specifically, because of the court case that the Patriotic Alliance has already filed in the court of law.
Yeah. Do you believe that it is now the duty of the Home Affairs Department to come out and clarify her status, her citizenship status in the country, given what their preliminary investigations are telling them, and that is that her mother is alleged to have stolen someone else's identity in order for her to become a citizen of this country? And what do you believe is the lesson here, particularly from or for the Home Affairs Department officials?
The reason, as the Patriotic Alliance, we want to the president to deploy a minister from the PA is because of precisely this, the criminality that happens at Home Affairs, where illegal immigrants are being given identities of South Africans. Polani, she is a beneficiary of a criminal act by her mother. So she cannot, we can't say she was a child, therefore she did not know. No, she's a beneficiary of a crime. Somebody's identity has been stolen. So now, as South Africans, patriotic South Africans, we must stand together and hold Department of Home Affairs accountable. They must come back to us and tell us where is the person whose identity has been stolen. We must be able to get to the bottom of this matter so that the law can take its course. We can't just say it is the end. It is not the end. It is the beginning of the road that is at Home Affairs. We must also get to the bottom of which officials facilitated this fraudulent transaction between her mother and the department. So it is far from over. And also, she's a Nigerian. Her father is a Nigerian. She was seen celebrating with Nigerians after getting a belt that says Miss South Africa contestant. So she's a Nigerian at heart, and we must treat her as such. So the Home Affairs must continue to investigate and come back to us as South Africans and hold everybody accountable, including her. that ID must be taken away and she must go back to Nigeria.
Mr. Kunene, there is one thing that you and I have to agree on, and that indeed, if Home Affairs finally does conclude their investigations, and indeed their investigations are conclusive, that Chidimma's mother stole her identity for her to be a South African, but it is the same Home Affairs office that says this is through no fault of her own, because when this happened, which was in 2001, Chidimma was an infant. She was a child. Do you not think that we need to alter the language around her in order to not victimize her further? Because do you believe that she actually is a victim here? And yes, she's a victim through her parents' own doing.
Her father went on interview and said he came to South Africa in 2010, which makes her to be 14 years. So there's a lot of lies being peddled here. And if she is a decent person, she will say, I'm a beneficiary of a criminal act. I am handing over the passport back to Home Affairs, the ID document back to Home Affairs. Go and look for the person whose identity has been stolen. Can I be deported to the country of my father so that I can go and get the right papers there? If she's a decent person. The fact that she was a child does not take away the fact that she's a beneficiary of a crime. And she has gone quiet over the years. She knew this for many years. That is why when she became a contestant for Miss South Africa, she did not go to South Africans. She went to a bunch of Nigerians to go and be celebrated, because that is where her heart is, her soul is. Because if she were a South African, she would have gone to South Africans. So it is our position. And now she has not only denied somebody through her parents of their identity, she has now denied one of those who could have been contesting. She took the position of one of the South African contestants, because now they can't contest because it is too late. They have not gone through all the processes to qualify. So she has cost two people, a Miss South Africa prospective Miss South Africa. She has also failed or costed somebody their identity through the acts of her mother. So she is a beneficiary of a criminal act. A decent person will say, no, I don't want this ID.
Kenny Kunene, thank you very much for your time.